Therapy session.
Like rendition
How
of
we
any
doing,
of the
chat?
Critical Role campaigns that is
Good evening.
genuinely child friendly.
Which is fine. It doesn't need to be. It just became an issue in the household because animated on mom's iPad looks like something I should be able to enjoy. But it isn't.
Yeah.
I feel like I watch a lot more animated stuff than live action.
Oh, and if you're curious, Mud, as to why I stepped down into my chair, it's because I'm like sandwiched by my bed, and so I step from my bed into my chair. I'm like in my own little.
To see what has
That was my guess, and like
I have my desk like kind of like boxed in, so it's like nice and cozy.
Oh boy! Oh, we're live. It's back. It's ready. It's here.
All right, I
Oh,
started
we're
stream.
live.
I started stream. We're in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, what are we playing tonight? Are we playing Pathfinder?
What?
Huh?
What? Did somebody shit on the coats?
that's so old.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Okay.
Better not have been my coat.
You had me panicking for a second because I am in fact running a Pathfinder thing.
You said you weren't ready to run Pathfinder yet.
That's because I have to practice, so I'm practicing with my roommates.
That's fair.
In my lovely world of
I give it a 2 out of 10 today.
You know what? It came from the kids' joke book, and I went with it.
Where are you, Tulip?
I'm
He's
here.
right there.
I'm right here.
But you're not here.
You're like here, but like not here.
It took so
Why
long.
does Twitch not want me to follow you?
I don't know.
Or to see your stream? There it is. Okay.
I mean, who would want to watch them anyway?
OBS not like having you
Honestly,
Ooh, an
it's
ad. God, I need to resubscribe.
It's because he doesn't use the Discord app.
Oh, did you see that Discord will let you?
I thought we were over this.
If y'all are gonna give me shit about D&D constantly, that's the one thing I have on you. Okay.
No, we don't give you shit about D&D.
I mean.
We give you shit about Destiny.
I meant to say Destiny. I'm sorry. Yes. D&D just slipped out because brain is dumb right now.
Because that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now.
Ah, never mind. There we go.
What's your power levels, Morty?
I haven't been able to play. It's like 1788.
Presumably it's over
last night I finished the campaign on my hunter. So after this I'm gonna do the pinnacles there, transfer the weapons to my warlock, and then finish out the pinnacles on my warlock. I should be like close to 1800 by the end of the night.
That's so much.
There's so many files open. There we go. Like, I don't need
my hunter's my highest at 1795 right now.
I actually think I might even do.
No idea what you said, Tulip.
I said thank you for the resub.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've managed to understand 0 of the words being spoken about Destiny.
That's okay.
You just don't understand your
Destiny. Just know that it makes Morty late for things. That's all I need to know.
I'm thinking I might even blast through the campaign on the easy difficulty on my Titan, get the pinnacles there as well, and then do Hunter, and then do Warlock.
220, 221, whatever it takes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Oh, hey, who remembers what we're doing?
Is there a map for this tonight, Jester, or no?
I mean, I suppose there's the same map that we used, but I wasn't really intending on much combat tonight.
Yeah,
it's just surrounded by the corpses where you finished last time.
Right.
Where you had the 4 dusty guards, Azarus, the burning rock, the beheaded corpse of the champion, and some dusty remains of other people.
The burning rock?
His Azra's became a rock. The whole
Oh,
Phoenix thing.
that's right.
Oh,
like a
that's
phoenix.
right. He became an A.
Yeah.
I think right now what Emmerich is doing is just like replaying the battle in his head, like the moment where the champion casts Disintegrate on Nasara and Sorith is just like playing over and over and over again in Emmerich's head. And he feels kind of like that he failed both of them.
Am
And,
I able to like scoop up some of Nasara into like a
No,
jar
you
or
aren't.
something? No?
No, because we didn't see her disintegrate. We saw Sorith's ashes. We didn't see Nasara's. She just poofed.
Mhm.
And I think you guys
Nasara-
tried to grab his ashes, but as soon as you got close to him, they blew away.
So currently, like as that's
Yeah,
playing in my
Sorith's
head,
ashes blew away.
I'm probably doing like burial rites. Well, not burial rites, but like definitely praying, doing my cleric stuff.
As with we ended last
So
time, you guys were in the bit of a pickle of every single person that could have vouched for you is not currently present and alive.
Fuck, that's right.
So my note says that we need to get the hell out of Dodge before we get accused of killing the champion and thrown in the gallows. It also
I mean, that's
says
literally what you guys did, though.
that we can tell Elisant that the champion killed Nasara and we took him down in self-defense.
Well, champion killed Nasara and Sorith and Phoenix person who's
Azarus.
thank you, Azarus. Or is there only one way into this room? Like, can we investigate for like an escape room or something?
There's some like
Ugh.
stained glass window type beat too.
Hmm.
They're just going to be like they're like the metal bars and stuff, so it'll be a little bit rough to try to squeeze through. And you guys could probably like investigate to see if there's like servant entrances or like side exits or something in there. But there's only one like
Shout if the music's too loud, let me
abundantly
know.
clear entrance.
I shall investigate for hidey holes. I rolled a 15 plus something.
I'll investigate as well.
Plus something.
Chat, I don't really
Sorry,
know
I
when I'll
just
be
need to find the right tab.
really a part of this.
18 total.
I need to consult my notes for a thing.
I
18.
got a 17 total.
This session, since
17.
they do not know what happened to me. So
Wait, you got a 17, you got an 18?
Yep.
Let me just pull up this little thingy that I made for myself, so I can refresh myself on what it looks like.
So while that's happening, I'm gonna look at the both of you and just say, are either of you like super good at lying?
Oh, right, Nasara's not here.
Emmerich doesn't like answer. You kind of notice he's just kind of like staring at where Sorith and Nasara used to be.
Elena, we need to take care of him, but I need to know, are you good at lying? You are. Okay. You may need to do all the talking, so
Do you want me to lie? What is the lie?
well, I don't know. If you are good at I'm not very good at talking. I just flat out I'm not. And we are going to need to talk our way out of this situation. Being where we're at. So
Speaking of talking your way out of the situation, with an 18 and a 17, you guys do find like a little it's like a small like servant thing. It's not really meant for people to go through. It's one of those like dolly things that you like pull the rope and it comes up from the
Ooh, a
basement.
dumbwaiter.
Yeah, that's what that's called. There's one of those like behind one of the tables, like on one of the back walls. That's like big enough that you could probably fit in there, but it would not feel comfortable and only like one at a time.
Well, you have armor on, don't you? You, Emmerich. armor? Are you wearing it?
Yeah, yes. Is that
okay?
Good.
So Emmerich probably won't fit in there.
Our friends are gone.
It's big enough that Emmerich can probably fit. It's just absolutely nothing else can go in there.
Yeah.
And also, they might want to go last.
Persuasion.
It's probably heavy.
Well, I was thinking. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be fine.
Honestly,
It'll be fine. I'll talk us out of this. I will talk us out of this using intimidation and deception. We will not be going persuasion. Okay.
Yeah, not persuasive. I just need to
threaten their lives.
Everybody I try to protect dies.
Emmerich, we're still
Everybody
here.
dies, Emmerich.
Emmerich, we are still here. We need you. Okay. There will be time to do all of this shit later.
No,
okay, I promise you. But right now, we're still here.
Just give him like a slap across the face. It'll probably like snap him out of it.
I tried that in real life. It did not work. For the record.
Huh?
I've tried that in real life. It doesn't work and just ends up in tears.
Well, I mean,
I've done it once as well to my sister.
I mean, this is yeah, just
above 50 or below 50.
He
above
shakes it off and he's like, "You're right."
Excellent.
All right. We need to
don't
get our shit
hear
together.
anyone coming yet.
What's the plan then? Do you guys want to use this dumbwaiter to get out of here?
I think that's too slow process.
Like real quick, he like scoops a bit of Sorit's ashes into like a little, like an empty.
They're gone. There was a wind that blew them away.
Blew Nasara's away, but
no, Nasara didn't have ashes.
Right. Oh, the wind blew. Okay, we'll find.
Sorit's ashes away.
When you guys executed Athtar, there was like a cold wind that made the ashes disappear.
That's right. Okay, well,
am I able to look in the dumbwaiter and make sure that everything's working correctly to where we would be able to move down?
Yeah. Also, Sorit's cloak is still there, though.
I will grab that.
That means it's probably magical. If it remains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we can check that later. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead.
Cloak of invisibility?
Okay. I don't think so. But actually hold on a second. I do have all I can do is detect magic. But I'd rather not use that right now.
It's fine.
I can be the first one to go down. I think Emmerich should go second and Elena third. That way, if somebody comes in, Elena, you'll be able to talk your way out of it. Emmerich is not in a good situation, so I don't want him going first in case there's somebody down there, and I can stealth my way through once we're down there, wherever this.
So how do we meet up when we get separated?
We're not going to get separated. We're going down one at a time. And I'm going to go down as quick as humanly possible.
Okay. If we get separated, we'll meet at the gate.
Honestly, I mean, how far down does the dumbwaiter go?
You're about to find out, I suppose.
Like,
good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
You're going down for like a good solid like minute of like pulling the thing and going. But it's unclear whether that's because you're actually going super deep or just because it's not easy doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if it was going that slow, I would almost rather try to slide down than take it and just.
You are descending the equivalent of like a floor and a half, basically.
Can someone clip that sound?
Yeah, I would almost leave the dumbwaiter there and get underneath it and slide down if it's only a story and a half.
Just jump.
No, like I'm guessing there's like sides to this thing. I could just have my feet and my hands up against the sides and just kind of slide.
You just make it like an athletics check.
Or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
True.
Acrobatics, 9.
You wanna roll a stealth check for me too?
Sure. That's at least advantage. 16.
Excellent. So you're descending pretty quickly, but you kind of lose your grip a bit as you're going. And as you're slipping, you manage to catch a hold, and you're just barely able to maintain a quiet enough demeanor that if anyone's downstairs, they wouldn't be able to hear you.
Okay. That way, if Emmerich is still up there, he can go ahead and start working his way down, and I'm already down there.
Above or below 50 again?
Above.
Excellent. You can hear a little bit of rustling from coming down the hall, but it still sounds distant. But like chains of like armor and stuff.
Actually, at this point, I go ahead and telepathic link to the two of you.
Yep. I get in the dumbwaiter and I start going down.
That will last for 7 hours to the two of you guys.
Damn.
Okay.
It's gonna take a second, and you guys are going to like a sub basement of this area that you haven't actually ever been to. It's like, you know, those basements where they've got like the main basement, and then like you go downstairs a little bit in the basement. There's like the boiler room area.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're basically going to one of those, except it's not a boiler room area. It's like a wine cellar, basically.
Have some wine.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anybody down there with me?
Sure.
Have I gotten down there yet?
It'll take a second. Don't you worry.
Okay.
23.
Damn. There's no one in there presently. You get the vibe that there was someone in there like recently, but like they just left, like a servant grabbing a bottle of wine or something.
Okay.
Or more likely, a refugee sneaking in and stealing a bottle of wine.
Fair.
As one does. Once Emmerich finally reaches the bottom, able to climb out with relative ease. It was a tight fit. It wasn't comfortable by any stretch.
No, I'm sure.
Work. It's like one of those things where you see like the big person. It's like in the box. It's like contorted in all of the weird ways. Just be like in there. It's like, I'm good. This is fine.
I crawl out and
start sending
Patch,
it back up.
Do you see anything, Patch? Yeah, no. We start sending it back up.
It's clear for now, but I'm keeping an eye out.
I'm still holding the cloak. I just decided to like throw it on real quick, just so I'm not like holding it, so it's not like weighing me down or anything. I'll just throw it over my shoulder real quick, and then I start bringing the dumbwaiter back up, kind of like without even thinking about it.
Excellent. You're able to relatively quickly pull the dumbwaiter up to where Elena is still waiting.
Come on, Elena. Coast is clear right now. Come on.
Elena shakes her head and gets in the dumbwaiter. Then realizes she only weighs 90 pounds.
Above or below 50?
Above.
Excellent. You hear them like banging on the door.
Okay, she actually weighs a lot more than 90 pounds. All right, so it probably goes down.
They're It sounds like they're going to be able to break through the locked doors relatively quickly.
I assume I'm like a fraction of an inch down already, right?
Yeah, you're descending. You should be able to disappear just as they break in.
Cool.
And as you hear the great doors splinter and break open, and the marching of feet, you kind of just hear like the last thing you hear before you can't really hear the floor anymore is like shocked gasps. And like cries of they're looking at both of the most powerful people in that building, the champion and Azarus. They're looking at both of them dead, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And you all reach the bottom. And as you reach the bottom, I go and grab my food.
Roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Is that kind of like a level up? Is that...
I hear that as a level up.
We level 8
absolutely.
now?
Is that one of those Feast of Champions things?
It sure is a level up for my stomach.
The Feast of Champions for your stomach?
You have to go across the yard and over the river.
And through the woods.
I did not think the dumbwaiter was going to work.
Why?
I think it was like a trap.
No, I mean, like, I remember playing in one in kindergarten. Like,
oh,
like,
I try not to put real life scenarios into D&D.
But I remember like the whole anyway.
The whole thing just not working. I've never like even seen a dumbwaiter, honestly, like in real life.
No, we definitely had one at my preschool.
Like except ones in like hotels, but those are more like laundry chutes. It doesn't really count. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a laundry chute is a very different thing from a dumbwaiter, and I'm officially confused.
Well, yeah, I've never seen a dumbwaiter in real life before. Only in like movies.
I was a dumbwaiter.
I have seen a dumbwaiter in real life a handful of times. But that's because my grandpa works at, or used to work at like old churches.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
and for some reason they just all have one. What? Yeah.
Try to get your food?
Yeah.
Did it come to the right place?
Yeah. Because I was having a text message conversation with the driver. Because the last time he delivered to the wrong place, I was like, "Hey, yo, that's not my house." He was like, "Oh, are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, damn. My bad." And then he just never came back. I was like, "All right, cool, I got it. It's fine."
Well, I'm glad that it came to the correct location this time.
He's learning.
His knowledge is power.
So now you're all in the basement area. This little wine cellar thing. It's a small room. There's a closed door. It looks like it's a well-used room, even if the dumbwaiter doesn't necessarily look like it's used all the time. The room itself looks like people come in and out of it all the time. And there's like several casks and like crates that would have like wine bottles and stuff in them. And most of them are mostly empty.
Okay.
Not surprising.
There's like maybe 1 or 2 bottles in each box, and there's only like 3 boxes left, so like maybe 6 bottles.
I 100% take at least 2.
I'm gonna need these.
Yeah.
Are you going for the wine or like the harder liquor?
Definitely the harder liquor.
There's only one bottle of like the real hard liquor, but it's a fine vintage bottle.
I take it. Yeah.
That shit's mine now.
Yeah.
And there's also several wines that all look like very fruity, but like a tasteful kind of fruity. Lots of like.
Mud, do you got anything to say about that?
Keep it a class.
I was also thinking. Like Mud.
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I take the liquor and I it's they can have
not here to collect any of the wine.
They can have the rest, like
Can
Patches
I
and
Emmerich for a hot moment. Bitch, you better take some of that fucking wine.
It goes so good with the weed. In fact, there's a particular blackberry one that looks like it would go perfectly with the weed.
I'll look at it and just have like a flash of Nasara's face, and then I'll grab it.
Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
So the room you're in is safe. You're probably the door is closed. And it sounds like there's a light amount of activity outside the door, but nothing like too serious. It doesn't sound like soldiers running around. It sounds more like people, a couple of people doing their day-to-day stuff down there.
Can I kind of go up to the door and kind of creak it open to see if there's like a gap in the activity?
Sure. You can go ahead and roll perception if you'd like.
That is a nat 18 for a 22.
Awesome. So as you're looking out there, it's really just two people in the room, like moving crates and stuff. It looks like they're just doing their regular job, and there's nothing particularly special about them. They're both not facing the door, though. There's like moving crates from one wall to another, so you could probably sneak by.
Okay. I let you guys know what's out here. So I'm guessing if we leave out of here with some kind of purpose, they probably won't do anything. But do I want to be stealthy? Yeah, let me see if I can like sneak past them. The problem is going to be Emmerich, though.
For sure.
I think honestly, and I say that Elena, this might be where we need you to talk us past these.
That's what I was about to say too.
These two people.
Oh, I got it.
I could try to stealth and see if like the cloak does anything.
Oh, Emmerich, I think
That's
you're gonna
so
need
cute.
more than a cloak, buddy.
That's so
yeah.
cute.
All the cloaks that can help you with that require attunement.
Emmerich,
Yeah,
it's a good thing you're pretty.
Thanks.
Okay.
Just look at Patches and just say thanks.
I'll say that Patch speaks for Patch's self.
What now?
Nothing. Moving along.
So you guys going to attempt to sneak in if things go south, talk your way out of it?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we even sneaking? I thought we were just going to walk around like we own the place. That's how I got into football games for free.
Is there a clipboard in here? You can get anywhere with a clipboard. Straight up.
A clipboard with a pen. If you don't have the pen, it doesn't work as well.
A clipboard with a pen or a fucking ladder.
Or if you're carrying a pizza box, people are like, oh yeah, they're bringing the pizza.
Yeah.
Also, if you just walk confidently enough, no one will stop you.
No one's gonna stop you.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've accidentally stolen, like when I was in school, I accidentally stole several meals because I just walked out, sat down, and I was like, oh shit, that's my bad.
My bad, dog.
I stole a stress ball from a sporting goods store one time because I was just playing with it and just walked out the store with it. Got like halfway home before my mom was like, what's in your hand? And I was like, oh yeah, did you buy this? And she's like, no.
Son of a bitch.
Was this last year?
No.
I went to the store today and there was two people outside with a full cart that are like, hey, yo, we're selling this stuff at 25% off. We got it for that 5-finger discount. And it's like, nah,
Wow.
I'm good. I'm just here for the one thing. And they're like, yo, I can go in there and get it for you. And it's like, nah, it's fine, bro.
They got it for practically, literally a steal.
I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna have you risk your ass for a $2 bag of cheese. The 25% off wouldn't even be worth it.
Local organ man arrested for stealing $2 bag of cheese.
I wanted it for $1.50.
All of the fucking Walmarts, all the Walmarts in Portland are closing, like officially. There are no Walmarts in Portland anymore.
Wow.
There was so much theft and stuff. They're just like, fuck you all, we're leaving.
I'm done with you.
Which I find hysterical and also mildly irritating.
Seems fair.
Hysterically.
So what's the game plan for you guys? Are you guys sneak in, just walk in?
Yelena grabbed a clipboard from the pile of stuff next to the dumbwaiter.
That's kind of funny, actually.
You know, I'll let it happen. That sounds funny.
Then we're going clipboard.
Hey, let's go.
I feel like Elena needs like a Girl Scout cookies vest at this point, with the cookies and a clipboard.
Oh my god, you do have the... Oh no! Oh, you've got the backstage pass to everything.
Who needs perception when she can just make herself look like a girl?
And you have disguise self at will, don't you?
I do.
You have the fucking backstage pass to everything.
I do.
All part of the
no!
And Jester can't be the terrible DM that like says no to the Girl Scout.
To topple the greatest empires is a clipboard, a pen, and disguise self at will.
Elena, do yo thing.
Yeah. You got this, Elena.
Oh
I know. I don't know why we're not just walking. Like, less talking, more walking.
That's what we're doing.
Fuck.
Emmerich's just full on freaking out inside, but it's fine. Just keep
y'all just get to walk out. I don't know if I made it. I don't know if I made it very clear, but like no matter which method you guys chose to leave, these are just two hardworking people that just they don't care. They're doing their own thing. It's
we just
like
walk past them.
Yep.
It's like when you steal from a grocery store and you can see the stalker like watching you do it, but like they don't stop you because they don't get paid enough to care.
Okay, so we walk out.
Yes.
Yep.
You guys are going to the basement proper, which has been there's a lot of refugees and stuff that have been in like the basement because it's been the safest place. And there's a whole flurry of activity down there. These people are packing up and getting ready to leave because the city's safe now.
Oh right, yay! We did that.
Yeah, we just keep walking, kind of like we're leaving too, just
like with our
passing
legs
through. Yeah,
we just keep walking, one foot in front of the other.
I'm actually walking with my hands.
We're handstanding.
Yeah.
Ring ding 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 ding.
With my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You guys can make it out of the basement to the stairs without any problem. Kind of get wedged in like a group of people leaving. Kind of sandwiched in the middle of them to blend in.
Are there any children?
Assassin's Creed style.
Several.
I reach into my bag and give them each a cookie.
Nice.
All 5 of the children are happy.
Elena is building a child army.
Weaponize the children.
That's either really good or purely evil.
Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to find out.
Only time will tell.
What's with all these clipboards and all these children? Oh no.
Oh no.
Campaign ends with Elena taking over the world.
And you guys climb up the stairs and the likes. And there's a lot of activity going on upstairs right now. You can see like guards running back and forth, but most of the guards don't actually know who they're looking for. Because you guys escaped before they saw you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hey, can we go back to our dorm? And by dorm, I mean wherever our cots were. Where were we sleeping?
Why don't I feel like we should just leave?
Yeah.
Like we have no other reason to stay here.
What's in the
We
dorm?
could get our shit.
We have
our
shit.
shit.
Do we not
what
have?
shit did we not bring with us to a fight?
I don't know. I was also gonna give us an alibi by like being, oh, we saw them coming out of there. They couldn't have been there, but you know.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah, I think our best bet is to just get out of the city.
Let's find our cart.
Yeah, where is all that shit?
With our oven and our Mrs. Fields cookies and get the shit out.
All right, let's go.
Above 50 or below?
Above. We're going above tonight.
Going above and beyond.
Indeed.
Amongst the guards, like running around, at the top of like the staircase area, as you guys are leaving the building, you see Aaron, the paladin.
You for that name. Carry on.
Not to be confused with Aaron, the artificer.
Yeah.
You see Aaron, the paladin, looking down on you, looking like down on the crowds, like scanning.
Mm-hmm.
And as you slip out, it seems like he sees you, but you guys are out of the building before you can make any moves.
Well, I say we just keep going. Like, whether he decides to follow or ignore it or not, I say we just keep going.
Yeah. Are we able to find our cart in the
Do you remember what aisle you parked it?
in the chaos? Valet.
It's like Lord Farquaad's castle from Shrek.
Your cart is where you left it.
Okay.
Though.
Hold on, I get my like chirper.
He said though.
There is a small downside of any and all fuel that was in your oven has been stolen.
Oh no!
That's
okay. We can get more.
We will make more charcoal. It's easy enough.
It's
just
like
put a cookie in there.
It's just a mild inconvenience.
Yeah.
We learned how to make charcoal in the microwave.
Do 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 do.
There's knowledge is power.
Y'all ever put peeps in the microwave?
Yes.
We've
Don't
learned
those, like, catch
the
fire?
glorious of air.
No, they just puff up and then deflate.
You gotta air fry some marshmallows.
You guys are able to
Sounds delightful.
escape the keep area with honestly more success and ease than expected.
Oh, thanks, Nana. Nona. Oh, sorry.
Let's go. Let's get out.
This will be the second city in a row that you have left at top speed.
Yeah.
They just left me behind.
No one told us to leave this one.
We're not leaving you behind. We don't know where you are.
You're fucking
we can't
dead.
leave you behind if we don't know where you are.
That's correct.
We can't leave you behind when you're fucking dead.
And honestly, you disappeared on us, and you've given me so much shit that if you were alive,
you'd ask him to play Destiny. All right, so
hey, Butterball's on our game tonight. I'm
Really
liking
is.
I had the day off today. So, what are we doing now? We have left the city. Where are we going? How are we going to find Nasara?
I think we just need
find
to
me, bro.
find a place to camp down for the night that's away from everybody and kind of collect ourselves and figure out what to do next.
I will kind of.
So we are headed,
because it's been a long minute since it came up, but you guys did promise the true queen that you guys would meet her near this forest of stone once you guys were finished in the city.
right? Okay. We're heading south. So, where's the map?
I think we're heading west. No, southwest.
Yeah, it's south
Yes.
southwest. Yeah.
Okay.
Snow east.
Sweest. Yes.
Snow east.
Oh, east? I thought you
Where's the
said
map?
East.
It should just be in the thing, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, I blew past it. Shit, where did it go? I can go ahead and resend it for you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to remember which chat it was in. Thanks.
There you go.
You go.
Perfect.
So we're in Sourcey, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the Forest of Stone is southeast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, south. So what I was gonna ask is, looking to the south, are there any hills or things that it looks like we might be able to travel to shortly and then hole up in and or around? Or is it just open field until we get to the Forest of Stone?
It's mostly grasslands until the Forest of Stone.
Okay.
However, there are some craters and stuff that have been made in recent months. Don't know if that's exactly hills that you're looking for, but there are big holes in the ground.
Are they holes that we could bunk in for the night?
Probably. Just getting the cart in and out would be a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
So we leave the cart at the top and camp down below.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but let me see if I've got a way to disguise the
feels
cart.
like the cart would just be like something very easy to spot.
Man, I had plans for like how I was going to talk to people too, and then I didn't need any of them.
That's what you get for grabbing the clipboard.
Y'all kept going, saying above or below, or he kept saying above 50, and I kept rolling above 50. Like, the odds were just in your favor tonight.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I have nothing to hide a cart with. Do any of you?
No.
No.
Hide it under the cloak.
I mean, I could try it, but I don't think that would do anything.
Just drape the cloak over top.
Yeah.
So it's become invisible so often. It must be the cloak. Damn, that didn't do anything.
I think there's a spell called
Find Greater Steed.
That's a spell? That sounds awesome.
It's a paladin spell, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty sick.
Can I detect magic and see if the cape or if the cloak is anything special?
Sure.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think I have this spell I'm thinking of yet, but I can make like I think there's a spell that lets you make like a temporary base, something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a wizard spell.
Yeah, okay.
Leomund's tiny hut. Is
this the fortress one?
There's a fortress one, yeah.
Yeah, those are all arcane spells. What fucking magic type are you?
Me?
No.
No,
Hey.
cloak.
Because you do get to know what school of magic it is. I'm like, what fucking school is this?
Okay. I could cast augury to see if it's like safe for us to camp here. But
I forgot that spell exists.
Yeah.
We have that in our other game. But isn't that like the Widdershins or whatever?
The what?
It gives you good or bad or indifferent.
Yeah. Basically, it gives you wheel, woe, wheel and woe, or nothing. And based on what it gives you, it's either like good or bad. So like I can say like, is it safe to camp here? And it comes up with wheel, then we're all right. Or if I ask if it's safe to camp here and it comes up with woe, then we probably shouldn't camp here. But
Yeah.
I don't have it prepared, sadly.
The school of magic on the cloak is illusion and abjuration.
So
Patch.
That's a fucking invisibility cloak, dude. Tell me that's not an invisibility cloak.
What was that, Butterball?
Yeah. Well, what do you got for me, Elena?
I was gonna ask you to put it on to see if it turned you into Batman.
Well, I would rather one of you put it on because I already have.
I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it since the dumbwaiter.
Maybe that is why he was extra whiny.
The cloak made Sorth extra whiny.
Well, Batman. Never mind.
To attune to it, you need an hour, right?
I believe you normally attune over a long rest.
I thought it was a short rest. But whatever.
Well, we're gonna long rest because I ain't got shit for spells.
Might be.
Like he did you?
Too soon, man. Too soon.
I actually need to read the rules about attunement real quick because there might be a funny thing that happens.
Okay.
Makes you Batman. Remember Sorth with. It's not fun when I have to explain the jokes.
Yeah, unless you guys have told me like to take it off, I haven't really taken it off since we've been escaping the city.
Attunement is a short rest. That's my bad.
All attunement or just this attunement?
To attune. Unattuning is. Okay, cool. I just had to read the rules about some things. We're good.
Should probably go to patch though.
And we'll never be able to find patch.
You know what? If I take it, Emmerich, I will give you my cloak. My cloak is pretty dope because if you have the hood up, you get advantage on stealth checks.
Oh, cool. So it just removes my disadvantage from spell stuff checks.
Exactly. And
so
but it gives
there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It makes people trying to look for somebody, it makes it harder for them as well. So not only does it give the wearer advantage, but it gives the people looking for you disadvantage.
Why didn't anybody tell me I got my spells back on short rest?
I kind of just assumed you knew that.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, that's kind of a dope warlock thing.
About warlocks, they're short resters.
I just realized that somebody was doing it in our other game.
I wish I still had a short cooldown.
Warlocks and fighters just get everything back on a short rest, and it's fucking excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give my cloak to Emmerich, and then I will put on and try to attune to.
This move seems.
So while they're playing with their cloaks, can I short rest?
I suppose you're all short resting, unless you guys want to long rest.
I wouldn't mind short resting.
I mean, what time is I think a long rest would probably be fine, and then leave in the morning because it's dangerous to travel at night.
You guys did throw hands with the homie in the morning, so by the time you get
I don't think it's nighttime yet.
Early afternoon.
So then, yeah, we could take a short rest then. That makes a lot of sense because, yeah, that's a good point. We did throw hands in the morning, so yeah, short rest and then And then keep onward until the night.
I'm gonna
Do
use
we
hit
still-
dice as well.
Do we still have extra hit points?
It's really good.
Unless you took damage during the fight.
I don't
It
remember where you
increased
had extra
my
hit points from. Oh, was it aid?
I casted aid, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, you should have it until aid ends. I just don't remember when aid ends. Is it until the next time you finish a long rest, or is it for the next, like, 8 hours?
I was just looking at it.
Oh, it was for an hour. Yeah, never mind. They're gone.
Duration
It was for an hour.
It's 8 hours for aid.
Why does it say for an hour in my notes?
I don't know.
After you finish the long rest, though, or the short rest, you'll probably be pretty close to that 8 hours finishing.
Yeah, I'm
Depending on how
taking
long of a long rest you're doing, or short rest you're doing.
Did I feed the fish? I think so.
You guys were going to take your short rest and attempt to attune to your items?
Indeed.
So
Yes.
You unattune to your Cloak of Elvenkind, give it to Imric.
Yeah, I will give my Cloak of Elvenkind to him.
And you guys complete your...
Could do it again, it won't
How
hurt.
long are you guys short resting?
An hour or so?
However, I think the minimum is 4 for a short rest that's required.
I believe the minimum for a short rest is only an hour.
Oh, okay, then just
Just an hour
Whatever-
to catch your breath.
Just a quickie
yeah.
You
Don't mute Tulip.
at the end of your lovely long rest, Emmerich is very successful in attuning to a Cloak of Elvenkind. Patch fails to attune to whatever cloak it is that Sorith has.
Oh, it needs more attunement.
There are 3 rules for unattuning to an item,
Awkward.
or like
Okay.
forced unattunement. And one of them is it being far away from the wearer for more than a day. If the homie just straight up dies, or if there are other reasons for the failed attunement, or you have class requirements or something.
Is there any kind of check that I could do to figure out if this is even going to be possible?
You can make like an Arcana check to see if you could you just did it wrong or
Can I give him the help action for that?
Sure.
Just kind of
That's
like
fair.
send
sorry,
some magic
not
through you.
that.
To...
That is going to be a 15.
15.
Probably need the identify spell here.
It is you're not 100% sure why it didn't work, but you are under the impression that it just won't work for you right now.
Fuck!
Do you want your cloak back?
Is it?
No, keep it. You need it more than me.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine right now. I'll figure this out.
And while you're wallowing in sadness over the loss of your cloaks.
Yeah, that's why I'm sad.
Well, that's why Patch is sad. Patch isn't sad about Nasara dying. He doesn't need her.
I mean,
She's mean.
I'm more pissed off than anything at this
Yes.
point.
You guys just started getting a good thing going, and it's immediately taken away.
For
Mhm.
2 reasons. Number 1, payback is a bitch, and I haven't had the opportunity to do any payback. And number 2, I just lent her a whole bunch of fucking money to get a magical item. And then
Oh
she
my god,
then
that's
she fucking
right.
disappears on me. So for those 2 reasons, I am upset, but not for sadness reasons at this point.
And for those two reasons, I'm out. And while you're resting, we will move on to do a little thing with Nisara.
Oh.
Nisara came to in a dark forest.
Should we be quiet so we don't know this?
I don't care if you guys know this.
I'm deafened.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone deafen. Make it more suspenseful.
I'll make it extremely suspenseful, okay?
Yeah. So Tulip, deafen.
What?
Deafen.
Why?
Because
Oh, no.
we're making it interesting. So you
Oh.
can't know. Morty deafen. All deafen.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Damn.
Where's my deafen?
Yeah.
What's the sign to come back?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do, Mud? Okay, I
That's
think.
a good sign. I understand that sign. Nisara wakes up in a cold, damp, dark forest. And when she came to, she had heard the voice of Dracor telling her that they would have a lot to discuss. But he sounds different than usual. I mean, for starters, he sounds completely sober. Which is something you've never heard him sound before. And when he materializes, like, in front of you, like, steps out of the forest in front of you. And he looks haggard. He does not look good. And he looks at you. I don't have long. But
What happened?
there's always a price for things to be done. You, our little talks helped me remember, even for just a moment, who I was. And with those memories, I was able to save you. Just this once. But there's always a cost for that kind of thing. I am a god without a domain. My domain stolen by the moon. I used what was left of my power to save you and bring you here. So until such a day that my domain is restored, I will cease to be.
Can you tell me how to get your domain back?
Not even I know. Or I would have done it.
Do you know where I can go to like learn something about your domain? Like where I can start to search, because
in my moment
you
of
saved
clarity, I remembered Dracor, me, the god of time, stolen by the moon and her 12 shattered faces. At this point, I think the only one that would know how to steal a domain back from her would be one of the twin gods, but they are dead. Fear that I'm just part of a dying breed. And Dalekith and Celestia are both gone.
So if we kill one of the twin gods, that might bring you back?
No, we're not to kill them. They were my allies. I was on their side in the Celestial War. The war that everyone is forced to forget. We lost that war. Because they played dirty. It was a war amongst gods. But the losing side decided to bring in fiends and demons and fae. A fraction of the Pantheon can't stand against all of the enemies at once. There's one other person. There's one other person you might see that might know more, but he will not be your friend. If you truly truly want that, find Ozoth, the deal broker.
Ozoth?
I'm sorry, little. Can't stay for longer.
Drakord, thank you. You could have let me just perish, but you decided to save me.
Now, where would friendships be if we did not do such things for you? You did the same. It's only fair. Your other friend, he is okay, but I was not able to bring him here.
Where can we find him?
I do not know. I pulled him out of the area, but I did not have the strength to pull you both here. He should live. I have faith that once he awakens, he will be strong enough to make it back. He's beginning to, dematerialize at this point,
This is like
little,
some endgame type shit. He's just turning it. I don't feel so good.
It's one of those things where it's he's starting to glow, instead of just the sun tattoo that was on his forehead that normally glows and his eyes glowing and whatnot, it's his whole body's glowing. It's now I fade away. Good luck. And with that, he will disappear. And you find yourself alone in the forest of stone.
So I'm in the forest of stone. Okay. I guess we can bring them back.
Indeed.
You should listen to me more.
That's the signal.
Yes, that's the signal. Did you expect it to be anything else?
Really, that's what?
Was that the sign?
That was the sign.
Oh wow, okay.
I didn't know what the signal was.
Why don't you guys listen to me? I said, what's the signal? And then Mud said it was this, and I said, of course it is. And then I didn't.
That's why I unmuted, because I guess that really was the sign.
The only reason I knew is because Butterball said it in chat.
That was fun and exciting. I guess you guys are in the dark now, so that's fun. You'll learn more.
I actually kind of like that we don't know what was said. It gives a little mystery, you know? I think it's a good idea.
Gives some suspense.
Yeah.
And you may continue your journey towards the Forest of Stone. However, the journey will not be without some problem. You are approaching a real war zone. You have managed to steer clear of most of the Empire as of so far, but this is still a country that is being invaded, and you're going to be traveling the roads near Eston, or the roads directly connected to Eston, where the Imperial Army was last at, and they're fanning out from there.
So, my plan, because this is my home area, was if you look at the Sorcy, and it curves and then kind of goes there's at the base of that curve you can go into the Forest of Stone. That was kind of my plan.
I think it's a good idea, actually. Where the road curves off.
Yeah, just keep going southeast.
Yeah.
South by southeast.
I think also even if we have to go around an active war zone, that would obviously be preferred than going straight through one.
Just drive through it. Just both sides beating the shit out of each other. And they're like, oh, don't mind me.
I'm just passing through. Cast healing word on Alaquien real quick. Just here you go. Bean.
I kind of like that idea.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I assume that doesn't fully change your plan, Jester, but
No, that's also kind of what I thought you guys want to do.
Okay, cool.
Well, chat, that got interesting.
So this will be in closer to a area of the Forest of Stone that you probably haven't explored as much as the area near your house. Because it might not look it, but the Forest of Stone is quite large. And exceedingly magical.
That's what she said.
What?
It's quite large and exceedingly magical.
Magically delicious.
Anywho,
Speaking of stabbing goblins.
Don't forget about drinking their blood.
My son was laughing because he's like, I feel like there's a joke I'm supposed to be in on, so I'm going to laugh, but I don't know what I'm laughing at.
Good. That's good. It's
also
fair, child, in due time.
That's fair.
You'll understand.
Also, seeing a bunch of adults go gremlin mode is also still just funny.
If he's anything like your husband, you got maybe 4 years left. Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Chris will 100% slip one day and be like, ah, shit. It's going to be all over.
It'll be fine.
You guys should be able to get to the curve of the road pretty quickly without any much problem. Because the Empire is going to be heavily towards the village and going down towards Castor. But there's for sure a group going to the village.
Okay.
Are you talking like the village that's kind of pitched there right at the south of the Forest of Stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Leshnam.
So we're going to be entering the forest through the north then to avoid... I see.
And I can't really like click and point at things on this map. That's upsetting. But that's also near, like when you go south into the north end of the forest, and then you go like west a little bit, that's around where you guys said you would meet people.
People who need people. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Now the hard part is how we're going to get you guys to regroup. But that should be easy enough.
Bobbing along. Bobbing along. Thoughts and with you to the ground.
You guys will make it to the edge pretty easy. You guys can see like there's like a stark contrast from when you get to the edge of the Forest of Stone and like the grasslands next to it. Because you get to the edge of the forest and the grass just stops. Just like dead. There is nothing there. It's like shriveled up, like dry, dead grass. And the trees are intimidatingly tall. But they're not lush and green with life. They're just stone. Like.
So as we get there, oh, sorry.
I see why they call it the Forest of Stone.
Heard rumors of the Forest of Stone and probably like, oh, there's no way the trees are actually rocks.
Right. I think that's what Emmerich says too when he first sees it, just because he's got, a lot of proficiency in history. He just looks at it and he's like, wow, it's actually stone.
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Elena looks perplexed and was like, what were you expecting?
I just thought it was a metaphor.
That's what she said.
No. And then she also gets a little bit more spring in her step.
Excited to be home, Elena?
Yeah. I'd like to see Nona, see what we can do.
Sounds like a good plan, actually.
I can find
Butterball, you're getting called out in chat.
I'm coming. What am I getting called out for? Where's the internet?
How fitting that we regroup with Nisara in the Forest of Stone. stone.
All right.
I know.
All right.
I'm clever, aren't I?
All right. We got stoners on the field.
I mean, no, Medic, I have no idea if we're going to regroup. I have no idea. We have no idea if Nassar is alive or dead. So I shouldn't assume.
Oh, maybe Nona can do something.
Let's hope.
I do, Jester, do I notice any sort of, like, I've collected, 3 sparks now? Two or 3 sparks?
You've killed 2 homies. You've killed Icy and Athtar.
I know they're kind of, like, in the coin, but do I feel anything? Do I get a sense that it's affecting me anyway?
It does not seem to be affecting you, but the coin does just naturally have a little bit extra warmth to it now.
Okay.
Celestia is regrowing.
Mm-hmm. No special powers granted to me or anything like that. Like, I'm not being affected by the spark at all. It seems to contain it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're storing it in something meant to store it,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
not in yourself. This is probably the best image I could find for like the vibe of the Forest of Stone.
Or like,
Oh wow.
where's it from?
Interesting.
Are the trees, like, the vibe you get, are the trees that tall also?
Yeah, they're very tall.
Holy fuck McShit.
Live look into the redwood forest. Wait.
Holy fuck McShit.
Holy fuck. I feel like both me and Patch are just, like, looking up, like...
It's really rocks.
Let's see.
I had no idea they were so big.
Absolutely am.
Patch, like, hops on my shoulder and is just like, whoa.
They're so girthy.
Right?
You guys are ridiculous.
These are really big.
Would you like to roll
sparks.
investigation on one of the nearest trees?
Sure.
Yes, I would.
I will investigate.
Investigate the tree. I got a flat 15.
Mine was a flat, it's a 4 for a 12.
You rolled a 4 and got 12?
Yeah.
Damn.
Give him the help action? Jesus Christ.
I have a +8 to my investigation.
I rolled a 15 and I got 15.
I'll let you give him the help action. That's fine.
Yeah, just give him the help
All right.
action. Jesus Christ.
Mans can investigate.
Okay, that is going to be a 26.
Damn.
He's like,
bro,
I got 12. I was just like, excuse me.
You guys are like looking at this tree and like going around a little bit, and as you go to the other side, there's just like a petrified face in the stone tree. And it looks to be like trapped in a look of absolute terror and horror.
At first, I was petrified.
Wow.
I'm gonna name that tree Petra.
And as you like look up and down this tree, you
Her
can
name. She has a name. It is not Petra.
Oh, where's Petra? Is Petra in here somewhere?
as you're looking at the trees, you notice that there's a lot of those petrified horrors on all of them.
Wait, is every single tree? Are we getting the vibe that it's every single tree?
Every single tree has more than one.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Dude, this reminds me of like Mortal Kombat, like the forest level from Mortal Kombat.
I am unfamiliar with that one.
Just a
Do we
bunch
have any idea why?
Nasara,
Elena, do you know why? There's faces?
There it is.
Elena.
No, they've always been like that.
Can I roll a history check?
Or
To see if there's anything like in maybe something I would have read that would
at
maybe
best,
hint?
you could like remember like a myth or something. So let you roll like history, or I guess Arcana would work too if you prefer.
Well, I have a bonus to history, so
That's fair.
I got 15.
I got a 19.
You sure do have 15s. But you're trying to think back, and you're looking like the history, and you're like,
You've read about the Forest of Stone, but all of the books are like theories and questions are like, why is this forest actually rocks? How did this forest come to be? The only like thing that really sticks out to you about like just remembering the Forest of Stone is that at the center of the forest there is supposedly, according to myth and legend, there's a huge real living tree. Like a tree that's the size of a small city. But
a banyan tree.
A what?
A banyan tree.
I don't know what that is, actually.
I'll be right back.
I'll get a picture for you. Keep going.
But no one has been able to confirm whether that's true or not, because no one has made it to the center of the forest. The trees get thicker the closer you get to the center.
I see. I asked Elena.
Oh, those trees. Those trees are cool.
Have you? Oh, that's a banyan tree. Okay, we have those in Balboa Park.
Those are horrible.
Yes.
Those are horrors.
Those are cool. Reminds me of like
cool.
if you like go to swampy areas down here.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
It reminds me of the mall, the kind of looks like a Marlboro from Final Fantasy, almost, like without the bottom half.
There are some theories about that tree in the center being like the heart of the world.
Like the whole planet, not just.
That has been some of the that's been some like scholars' theory, but most of them have been scoffed at.
Elena, do you know a path through these woods? I've heard that they're not safe.
I usually just have a feeling and I follow it.
You know what? That's good enough for me.
Okay.
I trust you.
Okay.
Elena.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Emmerich just feels like he's been very selfish in his like path for revenge, and I don't. He's just starting to feel like he's kind of dragged you guys into something, that's, I don't know. He's just taking everything that's happened lately very personal.
Okay.
So he doesn't really give you like an exact answer, but he just kind of says I'm sorry and then just kind of looks off into the distance.
I appreciate that. Maybe we can find Nona by the heart tree and see if we can find out where Nasara went.
I'm in a better place now.
They're in
Zara, is
stoner
that you?
heaven.
Did you say there's no heaven?
No, I said they're in stoner heaven.
Oh, I thought you said there's no heaven. I was like,
it's
damn.
Snoop's living room.
Yeah, the whole time, if Jester was just rolling against her passive perception and Nasara's just here the whole time, and they're gonna be like, "Sup? What are you guys doing?" You're like, "What the fuck,
man? I'm trying to be catching up. Like shit."
To be clear, once you guys finally arrived at the Forest of Stone after your short rest, it is becoming evening and like dark outside.
How far are we from the center? Probably, assuming I don't get lost.
Like to go through the forest and get to the tree tonight, you probably wouldn't.
Okay, so we should set up camp.
If you guys left and tried to hit the center tree, you would probably get there if you left right now by midday tomorrow.
Okay.
However, your meeting spot is like to the west a little bit. to meet with.
Let's go to the west a little bit. That's what my gut is telling me through Jester's voice.
Alicia and Aladril are they're just kind of chilling.
Oh, like we see them just chilling?
Well, no,
or they're chilling to the west a little bit.
They're chilling to the west, like a mile. Fairness, if you looked real hard, you might be able to see them. It is a flat land. You can see pretty far.
I'm sure. Like, do I look off into the distance and see maybe like a trail of smoke, like from like a campfire or something?
It's definitely not a campfire, but there are some. You can see lights from a little bit of a ways, but it's not. It doesn't look like fire.
Okay. Well, Helena, you know we need to go west, but you know this area more, so I'll take your lead. I'll follow you. I trust you.
I said let's go to the west a little bit.
Yeah. So I say we keep moving and see if we can meet up with the Queen and Old Man McFuckstick. What's his name again? He's not a McFuckstick. What's his name
Aladril.
again? Aladril. Yeah.
Man, you just
Old Man McFuckstick.
What did Aladril do to you?
Nothing. It was just like for some reason that was what my brain used as a placeholder. I don't know why.
Like, I could understand you saying that about Sorith, because like he's fucked you over a few times.
Like, Emmerich was finally starting to warm up to Sorith too, and then he gets fucking disintegrated. So like, he also doesn't feel good about that either.
Well, maybe Emmerich shouldn't have let him die.
Wow.
Damn.
Is Nasara saying that like in your head?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a flash of like a skeletonized Nasara and Sorith, like, this is your fault.
You're gonna have fucking nightmares tonight.
Have you seen
Are they Force Ghosts?
Eurovision?
No.
Eurovision? No, I haven't heard of that.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is.
The movie. Okay, hold on. I'll show you something. Right? Yeah.
It's so
with
cringy.
No, dude, I love that movie so much. How
old is it?
A couple of years?
Like 2 years.
Oh.
They literally
That's
like make a movie about like making fun of the Eurovision competition. Because he's what?
It's a love song to it. It's not cringy.
What's the Eurovision competition? What is that?
Like, you don't. So Eurovision is like this like song competition that happens in Europe. So it's like super like Euro style cringiness.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I remember seeing the trailers for that now.
Insert lose all Euro followers here, and
oh wow. Yeah, that's
it's great. It's like the movie that I watch that cheers me up when I'm having a bad day.
That's exactly what like.
Okay, have you seen Blades of Glory?
I love Blades of Glory. Oh yeah,
but it's been a long time. But yes.
So it's like that, but it's a song competition instead.
They have like actual Eurovision people in it. Sorry, we totally derailed.
Point of order. What's the picture of a ghost in the?
That's what Emmerich is kind of dealing with in his head. Like that's how he's picturing Nasara right now. Like the ghost of Nasara is like tormenting his brain at the moment in his head.
He's lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was about to say. Damn, Nasara.
Really moving up in the world.
Can we? I was about to say, could we make it canon that's what Nasara looks like? Kind of hot, like, but with like.
I mean, I can change it if you want. I literally am using my WoW character.
Yeah, could you change yourself to be hot? Like,
change yourself to be hot. God.
Me about to go buy a wig tomorrow.
All right, I guess. So you guys are gonna settle down to sleep for the night and definitely experience nightmares?
I thought we're getting over to the True Queen.
We're gonna try to see if we can get to the Queen first, and then yes.
It's only like
gonna have nightmares if I look like that in his dreams.
Unless it's just you rejecting him all night long.
Cold-blooded.
So y'all carry along. when you like cross the bend of the forest a little bit, you can like you're going towards lights, but it's not fire, so you're under the assumption that it's not an Imperial camp. It kind of looks like the dancing lights or whatever the cantrip that the Alicia knew to light things up.
Prestidigitation?
No, there's actually
dancing lights. Yeah, it's an actual cantrip called dancing lights.
Never mind. Sorry, going back to my knitting.
I believe dancing lights is the one. Yeah, the 4 torched up lights you can just kind of make.
Yeah,
move around. It's so good.
It's actually quite a useful spell.
It's extremely helpful. Yeah. You guys are heading towards the light, and then they start like blinking as you guys are approaching. And any of you can roll it's an intelligence-based check, but I don't know which one.
I got it.
So don't you worry, I got you. Probably either investigation or
help action.
Insight could also help.
It's definitely like patch on my shoulder, like.
Yes.
Insight.
I rolled an 11.
Insight or investigation, whichever you prefer.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Cool. As you're watching these lights like blink out and on, for Elena, they mostly just look really pretty. Like they're putting on a small like fireworks show type thing.
Math checks out.
And Emmerich and Patch together are able to decipher that it's basically Morse code. It's like basically asking you guys if you're the homies, if it's your group, and confirming that you're approaching Alicia and Eldril.
How do we respond to that?
Hey guys!
Just yell. Yeah, it's us.
I mean, it's a plane, so it'll probably carry.
I'm gonna try to attach telepathically to them and let them know it's us.
You have to see them to do that, or can you just do that?
I think you have to be in line of sight from the last time we read it, but go ahead and double check.
Yeah, I do have to see them. Disregard. I just start going, caca!
Did we make a safe word? Pineapples.
Prestidigitation.
Do you want a cookie?
Oh, you could use prestidigitation to make like firework type sheen.
Oh, could Elena cast prestidigitation and copy the lights and make them blink in the same pattern?
I don't think I have that. I just like saying the word.
Oh, you don't have damn.
I'm looking. Hold on.
I feel like if Elena just said...
You're going to have to also tell me what's happening, because I don't know what's happening. I do have thaumaturgy.
I also have thaumaturgy, but I don't think that would help here. I mean, we could raise our voices really, really loud.
I suppose you could make sure they could hear you.
And just say, do you want a cookie? And they'll know that it's Elena.
No, Patch, you can't have my last cookie.
But I really want it.
Napoleon can have it, but not Patch.
Did you yell it out with... Did you thaumaturgy? No, Patch, you can't have my last cookie.
Across the plains. No, Patch.
Birds start flying away. Fucking a flock of birds just as like cookies just reverberates through the air.
Tragically, you're in the forest of stone. No birds are stirring.
Well, I mean, that spoils my image, but fine.
I did not intend to thaumaturgy that. I was just saying it loudly because you told me to.
Emmerich, you have no happy thoughts right now, okay?
I sure would have been hilarious.
Absolutely.
Would you like me to thaumaturgy it?
Whatever you're gonna do. I don't imagine you guys are like stopping. You're still just going forward. You know who it is.
Get your
You're just not responding.
Yeah, I say we just keep moving forward, but slowly until we can get close enough to respond or to where they can hear us. Moving slowly, but in the open so they can see us in a very non-threatening manner.
Excellent. A little owl.
That's the actual voice of Patch.
Canonical actual voice. A little owl that you recognize as Alicia's familiar.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of creatures apparently with me at all times.
Yeah.
Well, get it out and get it going.
But the owl just lands like on your cart, scans all of you. Looks like it's counting you guys, and then just flies off. Just confirming that you are the homies.
Mm-hmm.
We are, in fact, the homies.
Who redeemed the voice changer?
Nobody. I just changed it.
Can this be just Patch the rest of the campaign?
Yep. That's what's
I'm fine with that.
I feel like Tulip's gonna get more annoyed with it than any of the rest of us.
I can't hear it, so doesn't fucking matter to me.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at work. Okay, if you guys want to tell me,
legitimate, like, serious conversation.
so if I can send Smock.
Is Smock the pseudo dragon or imp or whatever it was?
Yeah, the pseudo dragon. I can send Smock ahead as us if somebody tells me that that's what the lights mean.
Oh God! It's
Even
so
dead,
cute.
I still don't trust that thing.
I feel like that's what her familiar looks like.
Alicia's?
Yeah.
The little owl?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't, but it is now.
Okay, cool. It's just so cute.
Look how fucking cute that is.
Fluffy!
God. So you're sending Smock ahead?
Well, yeah, I can do that and say we are the homies.
Wait, is his name Schmuck?
Your name is Schmuck. His name is Smock. Her name is Smock. Or she's agent, or I don't know.
You can
Schmuck,
see
fly
through
ahead.
Schmuck eyes, right? Like you can
Sure.
share its senses, I believe.
That is my familiar, so I know what my stuff does.
Yeah, you can see through your familiar.
I play wizards all the time and almost never use my familiar, so like that's that one's on me.
My wizard is in a dark dungeon. I always have my familiar, except it died last session. I need to revive it.
Takes an hour.
They made
like
fun of me
$30.
because I didn't give my owl a name.
How could you do that? Even something dumb like Owlette would be okay.
Yep, never gave it a name, and then it died last session. So here we are. Got electrocuted.
Damn. Okay.
That's a rough way to go.
Smock gets forward and sees.
He's just like, okay, moving on.
All right, so Schmuck.
Don't call her name. Her name is Smock. Don't call her that. And she's not a slut.
She sees Alicia and Eladriel just kind of hanging out on their own little cart, sort of just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they've been waiting here for a couple of days. They're just chilling. And
cool.
There should be no adversaries back and forth between the half a mile left before you guys close the distance.
Good.
Cool.
Well, when you approach, Eladriel rises as usual to meet you. It's been some time. I noticed that there are less of you than originally.
Forth is dead. Nasara poofed.
Oh. Truly a shame.
Yes, I miss Batman.
Was your detour worth it?
Doesn't feel like it, Emmerich says, and then he just goes and kind of like walks away and sits down.
Depends on whether you like brownies with drugs in them. And hands Eladril a brownie.
Brownies with drugs in them?
Yes, that's what I got.
It is probably for the best that I do not partake.
Okay.
It is necessary that I am always at my fullest senses.
No judgment here.
You do you, boo-boo.
And you all look quite haggard and tired.
You could say that.
We can further discuss plans in the morning. For now, it looks like all of you could use some rest.
Oh, yeah, especially Emmerich.
Alicia, follow me. We're going to do a little bit of scouting while they get ready.
Alicia, do you want brownies with drugs in them?
No, she does
To
not.
the queen! To the queen!
She's a
She and I were the same age.
You probably, I guarantee you see, like, visually perks up, then can't.
This is not my fault, by the way. I have not turned Elena into this.
Doesn't even give her a chance to answer. Like, no, she cannot.
Okay.
We'd like mouthing, like.
They wander off for a little bit. Give you guys some privacy to set up like your beds and tents and whatnot. And with that, you lot will take rests and not experience nightmares never.
Nightmare time.
I would like to clutch the cloak and see if it somehow does anything overnight.
I'm sorry. It'll all make sense later.
I'm sure it will.
She's moving the desk.
What? No.
As you all drift off to your fitful sleeps, or in some of you, probably just a really nice sleep. As you guys drift off, we'll start with Olena.
Okay.
You're sleeping the closest you've been to the Forest of Stone in several weeks. It's been a minute. You left home with the intention of like running an errand for your patron and ended up on a grand adventure.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I finished my errand either.
You did not, but she already forgave you for that. And she gave you the new errand to try to get Cesare to come home, and she refused. And she also forgave you for that. But as
Very forgiving patron.
Man. I wasn't really equipped to bring back a burgeoning goddess.
As you come to in this, well, you appear to be like at her house. She's cooking something on the fire or in the oven. Oh dearie, you're almost home, aren't you?
Yes. It'll be nice to see my family again. And you, obviously.
Yes. You know, it's been difficult keeping up our deal. Protecting the village from what would hurt it and all of that.
I appreciate all that you do for our family.
It might be coming time to make a new deal. You're not a child anymore. Our previous arrangement is not as favorable now.
Well, what do you need from me, Nona?
We'll have to discuss in person, I think. But know
Okay.
that I have kept your village safe. From the armies, from the forest. But oh, so much more is coming. Even I have my limits.
You know what's coming?
Oh, just the Imperials. Nothing too concerning. But if I keep stopping their advances, they'll start to get curious. And that would be oh so unpleasant for all of us. The last thing I want is some soldier kicking in my door.
You think maybe my new party might be able to help us keep them from advancing?
Maybe they could. I think your new friends, some of them might not like me very much.
How could we not like you, Nona?
I am not amongst the more holy of individuals, as you well know. This forest has a way of making people act irrationally. Make sure not to get lost on your way here.
I'll just make sure that I keep my sights set on finding you. That always seems to get me through.
Yes. Did you enjoy the cookies I sent you?
They were delicious. Thank you.
We're working on a fresh batch now. I'm expecting guests.
Well, maybe I can just follow my nose to you.
If you hurry, you might be able to see some guests here visiting.
Okay. That sounds great, Nona.
Sleep tight.
Thanks, Nona.
And make sure to visit your parents. They miss you.
I will.
Sleep well. And she will let you drift back to your sleep.
She's sleeping. I don't know if my sleeping noises are coming through the sound cancellation.
I didn't hear it, no.
It's oddly comfortable sleeping so close to home again. And then Patch gets to wake up in his own, the place that he keeps waking up at. That lovely dark fireplace. The darkness all around. The fire that doesn't really give off any light. Really just a roll of the dice of what kind of terrible person's going to be waiting for him here. As you're looking around, it's not the night. You don't see him. And you don't see the sun either. And then after you're looking around for a second, you look back across from you and there's just someone sitting there. Good old Emperor sitting there once again.
Oh, I've never met him. He just connected to my mind, didn't he?
Well, you saw him in the dark thing. You had the conversation about titles.
Oh yeah.
And I will resend his image so that you guys can have a little refresher.
I know that guy.
Yes.
I don't trust him.
You shouldn't.
And it looks like a dick.
He's looking for Jedi.
He's got a beard. I don't trust guys with beards.
Math checks out.
I like how both me and Tulip were like, what? What did we do?
My husband has a beard. Did you see him earlier?
What do I owe the pleasure for this one?
Oh, I just thought I would thank you. After all, You did kill a thorn in my side.
Well, I didn't do it for you.
I know, but like we discussed last time, I would give you little tidbits of help so long as it continued helping me. As said, I'm off the continent, doing my own thing, conquering a new land, and I want this whole Alaquien business done as soon as possible. It has been frankly irritating. So, young pup, who's your next target?
I'm not a pup. And I don't know who the next target is.
Good. And you're certain you don't want to just stab Cessair in the back? I'm sure it'd be funny.
I'm good right now.
Magic. I noticed you've come in here with a new cloak. It looks familiar.
This fucking cloak.
It looks familiar.
Why is that?
I'm certain I've seen someone wearing it before. But it wasn't you.
Yeah, it's new to the repertoire.
What happened to its previous wearer? If you don't mind me asking.
Not wearing it anymore.
I suppose that sums it up, doesn't it?
Good answer. Good answer.
It's up there, Steve. And now you don it, hoping to what? Use its power? You don't even know what it is, do you?
Of course I do.
Just like to roll deception.
There it is.
Calling him out.
Calling him out. Caught in 4K.
A nat 18 for an 18.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
I think his insight's only okay. Interesting. He just kind of looks at you and nods. If that's the case, I cannot fathom why you would actually want to use it.
I am going to use whatever I need to do what I want.
Do what I want.
That is our way, isn't it? Taking
There is no
whatever we want.
hour. There is no hour.
Yes, there is. We are all pawns of the night.
Yeah.
We share the same fate. It's what you do with that fate that matters.
What about the sun?
What about them?
Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo.
No, I saw the sun and it opened up my eyes.
He had a pretty cool suit on. I'm just saying.
I fail to see the importance of that statement.
Well,
He had more drip than you.
he was dwippy. Just saying.
He wears a nice suit. He's also an insufferable prick.
But aren't you too?
I fancy myself a right bit kinder than them. At least I don't go around flaunting my power to people that don't care about it.
I only take what I want.
Which
Just
is
like
yeah,
you
because
did.
that's what taking what you want is what children do. Believe me, I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
And yet
My
you've just
parents
said.
be fucking.
And yet you've just said that you will use anything you can to get what you want. Does that not make us the same?
Number one, well played, Jester. Number two, yeah, but what I want doesn't necessarily have nefarious ends.
What I want isn't nefarious either.
The way you're going about it is.
I gave them a peaceful option. They killed my messenger, so I killed them.
So what? You're Xerxes?
It's like Anakin Skywalker.
Somebody kicked your
hope, prosperity
to my new empire. Except it's an old empire. Bring it all to my old empire.
Patch your new empire. Okay, I'm done.
Did the Spartans kick your messenger into a well?
No. But they did capture him, lock him away for a while, and then kill him. I took it personally.
What was your offer to them?
I took that personally.
They swear fealty to the Empire, and they get to keep their autonomy.
I feel like there was more to that.
The politics is beyond what I would expect you to understand.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
Like, I want to know if that was the actual offer that
was given.
15 plus 4, so 19 insight.
Excuse me. Said 19?
Yeah.
Excuse me. He seems to be truthful in what he's saying. Though you get the feeling that maybe there was more to the deal, but that was like the bare bones of the deal.
That was the gist.
Yeah.
That was the cliff notes.
They swear fealty and pay their taxes and tribute to the Empire. And in exchange, they remain their own sovereign state. And they get to continue as they were, just allowing my troops to pass through to the next land. They responded with violence, so I responded in kind. That messenger they slaughtered happened to be someone that was dear to me. I took it quite personal. It's a shame that your people had to.
My people?
Yes, the people of Alaquien.
No.
It's a shame that they had to pay the price for your leadership's mistakes. But that is the game of wars that we play. Your witch queen made a mistake and she paid for it.
And you just called it a game, so. Cool.
Yes. That is what life is. Just an elaborate game. And we're just pawns on the chessboard.
I mean, you might be a pawn. I feel more of a knight or a rook.
If anything, you are a captured bishop. Now, when you kill Cesare, and I know you will, do me a favor, and you'll be rewarded quite richly.
Save just a little piece of that spark for me. After all, we all just want to stop being pawns in the game. Wouldn't it be fun to play?
I'd just sit there and don't say anything.
Of course, the rewards would be beyond your imagination. After all, isn't that what you're after? Riches, fame, wealth, prosperity. I can offer all of those.
It do be like that sometimes. Well, you know why? It's because it's like
Of
killing your
course,
nerves,
if you
right? So,
refuse, I suppose I can take it up with gods themselves. I just would rather not have to deal with it.
So am I supposed to wake up now, or?
Oh. Yes, you can leave whenever you desire. Just walk out into the shadows. One day you'll learn how to traverse this place.
I bound out as he's telling me that.
As you bound into the shadows, you get into darker and darker, and you can see other fires in the distance. And as you're walking, you just fade away into sleep. And then finally, we got good old Imric.
Yay. Is he asleep?
Imric?
Did I fall asleep?
Probably, eventually.
Eventually.
Probably not the greatest
I think for Emmerich, he's staring at the fire, and the fire just again reminds him of that disintegrating moment, and he's just seeing it.
It's all your fault.
In the fire, and then finally there's a flash of Nasara's and Sword's face, and then I think eventually after that he'll just roll over and attempt to sleep just out of pure exhaustion.
As you sleep, you find yourself in a familiar but unfamiliar location. Brightly lit and forested. There's a stump and there's lots of leaves and various things that look like they've been smoked at some point.
Physically
like wrappers for a weed cigarette type beat.
Okay. Gotcha.
A weed cigarette fucking joint.
How did I end up here? Wait a second.
But there's no god here. There's no one here.
Okay.
You can feel the whisper of Celeste on your shoulder as she materializes next to you. What a strange place we're in. I don't recognize this.
I don't either. Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Oh no. I got a 6.
We in the forest, bro.
I don't either.
Them look like trees, baby.
Looks like trees.
You're looking around and seeing lots of trees, and there's a lot of winding paths in every direction. What a strange place. Though it is nice to be out of my little domain for a change.
It's almost... No, go ahead.
I'm finally becoming strong enough to just walk around again. It is an excellent feeling, and I thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome. It's the plan, right? To get you back to full 100%. Is she donning her armor yet or anything, or is just kind of able to
she's
move
just
freely? Okay.
She's in a basically like a long white dress type beat. And she does not look like she's like mobilized for war, but more like just like casually hanging out.
Yeah. Gotcha. Do you have any guidance for me, Celeste? When, where, who, which spark to recover next?
Oh,
or
I'm not really sure yet. I don't. The rest of them are going to be quite difficult.
I feel like I have failed my friends.
Why is that?
Well, two people died to get this spark.
Unfortunately, that does happen sometimes. Things are unavoidable from time to time. Death is a painful wound to recover from. I, too, have lost a friend recently. One that I was not aware was still around. And I never got the chance to, People do be dying from time to time. I never got the chance to say hello to them again.
If you don't mind me asking, who?
The strangest thing. I can't remember their name.
Interesting. Little text. Emmerich will remember that. No.
Emmerich will remember that she doesn't remember that.
Yeah. Well, just the death of this person seems like maybe the death of that person made everyone forget.
I forgore.
I forgore.
Loss is a difficult thing, and not something that I am equipped to help people deal with. I keep order. I help. I strike down demons and prevent uprisings and try to keep the world safe. Loss was not something that I took very well.
Seems we share that in common.
It was the death of Dadligan that caused my own demise. My own fall. When I watched that... She looked disgusted for a second. When I watched him kill Dalgath, I threw everything I had at them and was not enough. That damn fiend. It had been something that we had kept locked in the abyss for eons, and it was the uprising that loosened the chains enough for them to escape.
Out of game, who's she talking about? The current Pantheon, right?
She's not talking about a member of the Pantheon, but you do know that during the Celestial War and the Uprising and whatnot, the usurpers, as they're called sometimes, enlisted the help of fiends and demons and devils and such.
Okay.
So it seems like she's referring to a specific devil.
Interesting. Okay.
And now they're free to wreak their havoc wherever they please. Or to leave this world altogether. I heard that was what their plan was.
I'm just looking to say that the devils want to leave this world?
Just one.
The one that was freed.
All of them were freed, but one in particular was a problem. I had already been weakened, and the death of my brother, I had lost a lot of my power. But I still charged anyway, much to my foolishness. If you come across the demon, run. They will speak to you with honeyed words. They will try to make deals with you. Do not let them.
Duly noted.
If you meet the deal broker, turn the other way.
How will I know?
That is what he calls himself.
Okay.
Ozoth the deal breaker. Deal broker.
What's his first name?
Ozoth.
Ozoth. Ozoth the deal breaker.
Broker.
So this guy, this Ozoth, he's responsible for the downfall of is he responsible for killing her brother?
Yes, he struck the final blow.
Okay. And so he's the one who like struck down her pantheon, essentially.
Yeah, he's the one that personally finished them off. He didn't do all of the work, but he finished them. I will let you maintain your fitful rest. I will sit here and mourn for a moment, I think.
Oh shit, I had a question that I wanted to ask.
You gonna ask her out?
Definitely not.
Do you fuck?
The answer may surprise you.
Does she have any guidance for me? Like, where to, like, which spark to collect next?
Oh. She was saying that the rest of them will be difficult.
Right.
You're the most accessible target that you could find now. Would probably be the General of the Imperials. Would likely be the easiest to find.
What's his name again?
You don't know.
Oh.
They're secretive folk. They made deals under the table, but I can feel my power radiating from one of their camps. Still near Eston.
Interesting. Good to know.
Marching towards Castor.
Okay. How do you feel, Celeste, about rumors that your brother may still be alive?
That would be
given the paladin is apparently a paladin of your fallen brother.
I fear that he's not truly a paladin of my brother. When a god dies, there are still remnants of them left. Dying echoes. Unbeknownst to the paladin, he is likely following an echo. One that will fade away eventually.
So you think he's being deceived?
Not deceived. It truly is my brother. And it truly is an echo of them. It's just that echo will not last. And it's not something that is truly alive.
I see.
Think of it as drawing power from the dying breaths of a god.
Oh. I remembered what I was going to ask. What I was going to say. Out of the game, do I get the sense that the moon god can hear mine and Celeste's conversations? Or is this like completely cut off?
You can roll insight if you'd like.
I would love to.
Ayo.
That is a 21. No. Yes. Yes, 21.
You get the feeling that the moon goddess is a busy person. She's focusing on a lot of things at a time. But if she were to turn her attention to focus on you, she absolutely could hear your conversations.
I was afraid of that. I tell I tell Celeste, I think someone is. I don't want to like invoke the moon god by saying anything. I think someone is falling out of favor with me. And I look at Celeste with like understand what I'm saying kind of vibes.
Yes. I understand that she does not like what you're doing very much. And she certainly doesn't like me. But so long as you're here, she would not dare strike. She's powerful. But even in my weakened state, I could give her a hell of a fight. There's a reason they had to resort to trickery to win. I was not the blade of order for no reason.
Can I like roll insight to see like when I get a gist that Celeste will be strong enough that I can fully renounce like my cleric ability, like the moon god's powers granted onto me? Or do I get the sense that I might be losing them soon?
You can roll insight, I suppose. Did I seriously just never send a picture for Celeste? Did I just never do that?
I think you have before, but I don't remember.
I cannot find it in the...
Insight is an 18.
An 18. You get the sense that she's actually probably pretty close.
Okay.
She's... Even with just like 2 pieces of her spark back, she's probably on par with like most of the lesser deities in the pantheon.
Because okay, interesting. Wow.
Because each individual piece would be enough to make like a mortal ascend to like the level of a demigod or higher. So she's like on par with just the 2 pieces back of like a lesser god. Wow. So like hypothetically, she's strong enough that she could have like an order of clerics follow her if they knew she was around. She just has not made herself publicly known yet, because she is still weak enough that the major gods could clap her. She could go. She's talking some like you're looking into it and like she's talking some like serious talk, but she cannot back it up right now.
Right.
If the moon goddess came down, the moon goddess would win.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to ask or say.
Return to your fitful sleep, child. The morning shall come with more surprises than I think you're keen to remember. With that, you'll fade away and you'll see her like sit down on the stump.
Thanks for the warning, I guess.
Look sad as she's sitting on the stump. Dorime.
Looks sad. Interesting.
And then an important bit was we'll move to Nasara, who's lost in a forest.
Do we need to mute again?
No. This will mostly just be her exploring the forest to try to get the fuck out of the forest. But she's a ranger. She's good at this kind of thing.
Can confirm. Came from forest.
However, this forest is made of rocks. You're not familiar with rock forests.
Yes.
And wandering this forest at night, it almost feels like those faces on the trees move.
Dominus.
And you get would you like to roll like an insight or a history or arcana? One of those three?
I mean, do you have a preference on which one?
No, I gave you all three to just choose whichever one you want you're best at.
What were they again? Insight, arcana, and what?
History. Or I suppose investigation works more than history.
Why not nature? I feel like nature would be better.
You can use nature if you'd like.
All right, we're using nature.
He is a ranger.
I would
For
like
reasons.
nature.
That's a 13.
13? You get a really, really strong feeling that those faces in the trees and like occasionally while you're walking through the forest you see something like skitter just out of sight. Get a really, really strong feeling that any creatures you come across in here you absolutely should not look at. Do not make eye contact.
No eye contact.
As you're wandering through the forest, what would Nasara be looking for in a forest of stone?
I would probably be looking for either fresh footsteps or what could possibly be the edge of the forest. Since I've traveled a lot in Alaquien prior to this, like I feel like if I can get outside of the forest, I might be able to figure out where I am.
Excellent. Would you like to roll a survival check for me? That sure is a skill that I forgot existed.
20.
Damn. You're able to pick up some footsteps that appear to be leading outward. And you're following them, tracking them. And they abruptly end at a tree. And you get the feel, it looks like there's like you can still see kind of the outline of a body in the tree. And like just slowly being consumed.
Are they still alive?
You're hesitant to say no, probably not. Or if they are, the body appears to be made of the same stone as the tree now. It's just morphing into the tree at this point. However, you can see smoke just in the horizon. It might be a way out, or it might be something else. But it's...
Can I do... Maybe I don't know, like... kind of check would be, like, can I smell the smoke and kind of determine, like, what it is it that's burning? Like, is it foliage, or is it a campfire type smell? You know how, like...
Feels like survival.
Yeah, it feels like survival.
An 18?
It feels like a man-made fire. It's definitely not like a wildfire, and you're pretty confident, looking around this stony forest without much life, that a wildfire probably just can't happen here. But it does seem like a man-made campfire.
Like how strong is the smoke where I'm at? Is it very faint, or?
It's the sort of thing that you can kind of like see in the distance and like kind of smell. It feels like it's probably a couple miles away and would take at least like an hour trek through the dark forest to get there. But you're fairly confident that it leads towards the edge.
I think to myself, like I guess I still feel a little like dazed and confused of where I am. I don't really know like what in full strength, if I'm at full strength or if I'm still super weak. Don't know. But I feel like I have no other options.
Have a high enough survival.
Drakor did things, and I know that like I need to figure a way back to them.
You know from your survival checks that the trying to rest in this forest would probably be suicide.
But trying to rest in the forest?
Like trying to sleep inside the actual forest would be suicide. Sure. That's what leads you to believe the fire's coming from the outskirts.
So I decided, like, fuck it. Like, I can't stay here. I gotta get out of here. It's not safe. Someone made a fire. Like, I'll figure out my story once I get there. If I need to make a story.
Excellent.
Fuck, I'm just
You're marching out. It's about an hour trek. A little bit longer.
Like a stealth check as I get closer, just so that I don't like try to not to alarm anyone before I get there.
Yeah.
$17.
Okay. Let me just check. It's a perception real quick.
So I also have dark vision, so like I don't have to get too close to at least possibly make out who it is.
Fair. Fortunately for you. Well, maybe not fortunately for you. Fortunately for your stealth, I suppose. That's better than our passive perception. And you approach, and you kind of end up like on a little bit of like a cusp of a tiny hill. You can kind of look over their camp without like going into their camp for a second. And there's a little fire burning, a couple of carts. There's a few sleeping bodies over in the corner, and there's two people that are awake that look to be vaguely elven, sitting on a cart speaking with one another in hushed tones. However, even with dark vision, you still just see in like tones of gray, and it's hard to like make things out perfectly. So you can't exactly tell who they are. But you don't see any signs of too many weapons on them. One of them has a sword. Like one of the two elven people that are awake have a sword. But it's firmly strapped at their side. Doesn't look like they could pull it out very quickly if you were to like run down or something. And the other one appears to be entirely unarmed. The elf with the sword is speaking to the other elf next to him, and she is speaking back, but it's hard to like discern their conversations from your distance. But the fire does appear to be dying. I'm pretty sure you beat this person's passive perception too. Yeah.
So I guess I move closer since the light is dimming, and I'm assuming I can't really make out anything of note, like anything that would stand out.
Nothing too crazy. There's like a couple of small animals vibing on the cart that they're sitting at. And as you get closer, you can kind of make out one that looks like they're reading a book. And would you like to roll a perception check?
$22.
Yeah. It looks like they actually look pretty familiar. The elf with the sword, you're pretty sure is Eladril. And the girl that he was speaking to, appears to be Alicia.
Alright, so as soon as I see him, I know, like, I just think to myself, I hope this isn't some delusion situation. If this is really them, then this is insane. But I have no other choice. Whether they're whichever side they're on, I gotta befriend these people so I can at least rest and figure out what the hell to do. So I walk up to him.
If you're
And I
gonna
ask,
just
is that you, Edrew?
Just 1 second. That's not it. Eladril looks to you, and he looks confused for a moment. Almost like he does not recognize you. He, like, grips his sword for a second, it's like, ooh, who goes there?
It's Visara.
Zara. He takes a step back, and Alicia, like, looks out and is like, hello.
You two okay? Where's the other three? Are they here?
We have some. There's some guests staying here.
It's Patch, Elena, and Emmerich here.
Oh, those three. So to roll something for me. I need to see what the save is. I believe it's this one. Would you like to roll a wisdom save for me?
What the fuck is going on?
She got hot all of a sudden. They don't recognize her.
A 17.
That should be. Yeah, that's enough to see through the illusions around you at the moment. Things fade away, and there's still a little fire, but it's like in a stove. And you're in a wooden cottage. And sitting there is a seemingly old lady, cackling to herself a little bit. And so you finally see through the joke. Hello, guest.
Who are you?
Who am I indeed? You said your name was Nasara? A lovely name. What brings you to my cottage so late at night?
It's been a long day.
I'm sure it has, kiddo. Not everyone gets to watch what you saw tonight, do they? Had you ever seen that
see it
person?
And survive this tell? You are correct.
Have you ever seen someone fade away before? Truly an exciting thing to watch, isn't it?
You know, depends on who it is and what they've done.
Yes.
And watching someone who's guided me a lot disappear in front of me was quite saddening.
I'm sure it was. But think about the bright side. You're still here, aren't you? You're alive. You survived something that no one else could have. You were lucky, weren't you?
Yeah, I would say I am. I was fortunate enough to have a good God on my side, and I feel like I owe him, and I will try to fulfill that.
Tell me, dearie, would you like a cookie? I made a fresh batch.
I smell them and I'm like, no nut?
There is a few who would call me that. You are not one of them.
Well, let me tell you. This smell is a wonderful smell that I'm used to.
I know. I wouldn't have guided you here if I didn't know who you were. Most people go into the forest, and they never, ever get out. You're lucky. Lucky twice. What's going to happen the third time?
We're going to try to not to find that out.
Try not to fuck around and find out.
I know that everybody gets one, essentially, and that's I took a big risk. Jerkor saved me from that risk. And I don't know if you can help me find who I need to find and take care of in order to restore Jerkor's domain for him to be able to return. But that is a goal in my life now.
I know someone who could help with that. They're an associate of mine. Not someone I would call a friend, per se. But he's quite good at this kind of thing. How fond of making deals are you?
Oh.
You know, everybody has a price.
If you'd like, after your friends arrive, I can set up a meeting with you and my friend. Just keep it between us, okay?
You got it.
Excellent. Now, why don't you eat your cookie? Just gonna hand you a glass of milk. Drink some warm milk and have a good night's sleep. You're going to need it.
Thanks, Nana.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
You good?
No, fuck you, Jester.
Oh my goodness. You're known as evil as fuck, dude.
Oh, you guys don't know her origin, do you?
No.
I do. I think I know who it is. I think I'm connecting the dots. It's gotta be Ozoth, right? It's gotta be. Did I say that name right, Jester?
Yeah, that is his name. Though she did say she was going to connect Nassar with one of her associates.
Okay. Yeah.
Who likes to make deals. Oh god.
Who I
Jester.
was just told
Butterball.
to literally avoid at all fucking costs unless we all want to die. Nice.
Keep it
That's-
just between us.
That's good. Oh man.
What's a cookie?
Who wants a cookie?
No, I was reading Tulip's chat and I did not understand what Zeppelin was saying. But he was talking about the cookie.
No, he was talking about the fact that Nassar is hot now.
No, the part where he said just put it in your mouth.
Yeah. Put it in your mouth. Hey,
That was for the cookie.
My balls at you. Brown.
The morning will come with ease now.
Fuck.
I'm assuming that's a long rest for everyone.
With ease, he says. The morning will come with ease after that fucking bombshell of revelations.
I forgot to ask Nona if she could help us find out my friend Nasara. I was going to ask her when I got to her cabin.
Oh, I forgot to ask that to Celeste too.
Y'all just both forgot about your friend. Y'all were just like, fuck
I'm
her.
really sleepy. I'm really sleepy.
I mean, I did talk about like how they're. Well, I think they're dead. Actually, never mind.
They're gone.
Yeah. So that's what I did kind of talk about it.
Yeah, and Nona hit me straight up with like, we have to talk in person. So I got sidetracked.
Yes.
So
The last thing we'll do this evening is you guys will make it to the cabin, but you guys won't go inside until next session.
Okay.
You'll basically skirt around
Do we know what just happened?
No.
No.
Of course we don't.
Of course we don't. We all have dramatic irony about the situation.
Except me, I just see a bunch of assholes.
The Emperor's a cool
That's 'cause
guy.
you're short.
Fuck, man. And I have no idea that we're. God damn it.
Can I do one thing?
Sure.
Because I know that our elf friends are wizardly. Do either of them have identify so I can find out what this fucking cloak actually does?
Oh, Alicia for sure has identify.
Can she take a look at it?
However, she'll have to do it on the way. So it'll be a little bit.
And as we wake up in the morning, I'm like, hey, hey Elena, can I have a couple cookies?
Yeah. Which ones? Like, are you asking for the special? Are you asking for the ones that give you advantage on checks?
No, just like a regular
then sure.
cookie. Yeah.
Okay, I just needed to go update my clipboard if you're giving the other kind.
Any patron that provides such good snacks has gotta be good, right? Just completely oblivious. Huh? Or any Nona, sorry, any whoever provides you these cookies gotta be such a nice.
You know, Nona's pretty wonderful, and she's been taking care of my village for a long time.
She sounds great. She really does.
I can't wait for you all to meet her. Have you met her?
All I know is
no, I'm excited.
My own
no.
Okay, I can't wait for you all to meet her. Sorry, she's been with me a whole bunch, but I guess you guys aren't there.
Fuck Jester.
If the rest of her wow, English much?
Absolutely not.
If the rest of her food is as good as these cookies, I'm excited too.
Excellent. I will DM you what the cloak is after she does the thing, Tulip.
Cool.
I thought Jester was gonna have me like be in Emmert's sleep just to fuck with him.
Yeah.
I was just like waiting for it.
But isn't it so much more exciting this way?
Oh, dude, so much. Like Emmerich generally believes that whoever provides the cookies for Elena is not evil.
I mean, you don't have any proof that Nona's evil either.
True.
She just gave a dead woman cookies.
True.
Go ahead and remove this cloak of elven kind.
Why are there so many fucking... So many of this, that's annoying.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice little twisty McFisty at the end
All
there,
right,
Jester.
I think that's going to be it.
Isn't it fun?
We're kind of
You gotta love it when crazy shit happens.
Stream here. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Tuning in. I will be live on Saturday.
That was good, though. That was very good.
Of spa in the Porch Cup with Chris and Paul. Should be a lot of fun. We're doing a mini enduro series that's throughout the year, so there's 4 races in it.
Can people switch
Um,
backgrounds?
So first race is this weekend. Should be
Which
a lot of fun.
backgrounds?
And
Like,
so I'll see you Saturday for sure.
But like also
Everyone,
maybe
like if
Friday tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, please come check out the live stream.
It sounded.
Appreciate it.
It sounded.
And
this is like